Hello?
I was looking for Matt.
This is Matt.
Hey, man, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5.
Okay.
You sound a little confused.
Yeah. What's going on?
You recently went out with a listener to our show for a lovely dinner, and she feels like you're blowing her off, and you don't want to see her again, and she wants to know why. Do you have any idea who I could be talking about?
I don't know. The last date I was on was a couple months ago.
A couple months ago?
What?
Not a couple days ago?
A couple days ago? No.
The girl that emailed us, Emma, said that you guys went on a date like 2 or 3 days ago.
Girl.
Was that not a date?
No.
What do you...
All right, that's confusing. Yeah, no, Emma said that you asked her out, and then you went on a date, and there were sparks, and you guys had a great time. You didn't consider that a date?
That was definitely not a date.
What? Wait.
From everything she said, it sounded like a date. What was it then?
Maybe she didn't tell the whole story here. Emma, we were both ushers. We were just trying to see a show for free.
Yeah.
Right.
And I wanted to know how long the show was because I was meeting some friends at a bar later that night.
Okay.
And she was like, oh, where are you going? Blah, blah, blah. We're going in here. So, okay. So the show ends, left the theater, went to the bar where my friends are, and then lo and behold, 20 minutes after I get there, Emma shows up.
What?
Now, at first, I didn't think anything of it. I did tell her where we were going, so, there's not a lot of bars on that street, so maybe, whatever.
Okay. But to be clear, you didn't invite her to the bar.
Oh, no, let's make that very clear.
It's that... Oh, goodness.
What about the kiss? She said that you guys kissed.
She said that it was a great kiss at the end of the night.
I mean, we were drinking for a while and talking, and I had said goodbye to my friends that I was meeting. They had already left. And she made it seem like she was really wanting a kiss. So, a gentleman. It was nothing like...
Hey, no, you don't need to explain yourself, Matt. If a girl wants a kiss, sometimes you just gotta lay one on her when they want it. You gotta give them what they need, right, Matt? So
there was nothing R-rated. It was just like no groping or no, nothing
I'm
heavy.
sorry, I
It was
can't listen to this anymore.
Hello?
Matt, what are you doing?
Emma?
yeah, Matt, that's Emma's voice. She's on the other end of the phone. Has been listening this whole time.
Oh, my God.
Matt, you're going to lie on the radio and say that wasn't a date or that kiss didn't mean anything to you?
I'm not lying. I mean, I didn't even ask you to come to that bar. You just showed up literally in front of all my friends and was just like, hey. And I was like,
Why did
oh,
you
what's
tell
going
me where
on?
you were going to be? Why would you tell me where you were going to be? Why would you tell me of the specific place and time that you were going to be there if you didn't want me to meet you there? You invited me to come to the bar, and then we had dinner and drinks for hours and had, meaningful and intimate conversation. And then at the end of the night, we had an amazing, intimate kiss.
Oh, my God.
We did not
I
have
was
dinner
not
at
very
that bar.
drunk,
We had
Matt.
chicken wings and fries.
Oh, Emma.
Why does it matter what we ate? That has nothing to do with the quality of our time spent together. We could have eaten twigs. It doesn't matter. We were talking about our families and what we want out of life.
No. Oh, see,
That's
here we
not
go.
someone
See,
that you're
talking
just,
about our families. We were just
casually-
talking about your family and how amazing. Here's another thing. In this phone call, if you rewind all this, you will hear Emma say amazing about 400 times.
She says it a lot. Okay.
Matt, did you
So, Matt-
It was amazing. You know that.
Emma, when you kept talking, you are one of these girls that just says, what are you thinking, to the guy over and over and over again.
It's the worst.
She's like, Matt, what are you thinking? If there's a lull in the conversation, I just ordered a drink, and she'd be like, what are you thinking now? I'd be like, I just ordered us another round.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Why do you care what I'm thinking?
Because I want to know you on a deep level. That's what intimacy is. That's what happens when you're not afraid to know another person. You want to know their thoughts all the time.
Haven't heard anything from you in a second, Matt. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Emma's nuts.
I don't understand why you're afraid of a true connection, or if you don't feel like you deserve
True
that, or if you don't believe
What?
it because you've been burned in the past. But this is a real thing that you can trust. You can trust it, man.
No, I don't even know your last name. We didn't even really talk to each other.
That doesn't matter. Who cares what my last name is?
Emma, is there some way that you blew this all out of proportion?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I know what I know. I'm not 15 years old. I've been on dates before. I know what it feels like when it's there and when it's not. And it was there in a stronger way than I have ever felt in my life. And I think that Matt is afraid of that.
I will say this. I am afraid.
I am not crazy. I just know what love is, and I recognize it when it happens.
Okay,
I see it, and I saw it in your
Emma.
eyes.
It's
I saw
okay.
it, Matt.
Emma, you sound very, very, very
Passionate.
Crazy.
upset. And
Yes, well,
yeah.
someone is telling me that an experience that was more real than anything I have ever felt.
Yeah.
They're pretending like that didn't happen. That
Okay.
would make anyone feel
Well,
crazy.
well, Matt felt differently, obviously, Emma.
And he has a right to his feelings.
Yeah,
He's pretending to feel differently, and I would love to have another chance to sit face to face and have him deny it.
okay.
Facing me, looking at me.
How about this? If you think your love is so strong, I'm going to ask Matt right now. Matt, would you like to
Yeah.
go out on a second date with Emma? We will pay for it.
A second date with this Emma?
Yes, the Emma that's on the phone right now, not another one.
That's specific.
I would like to just say that I have not even known this girl for 48 hours yet, and I'm on the radio debating marriage with
Yeah.
Hey, love moves fast sometimes. You just got to embrace it and get on the train, Matt.
So
will you go out on a second date? We will pay for it.
I will let that train bypass me. I'm going to get on a different train.
You sure? We'll pay for
You're
it.
making a huge
I
mistake, Matt.
appreciate it, guys, but this is not the one for me.
You know what, Emma? In a little while, Matt's going to be kicking himself. A few years down the
I
road.
know.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When
Matt-
he doesn't find real love, he'll think back to this moment and
Yeah.
he'll remember
When
that it
he
was
No, he
possible
won't.
and that he gave it up.
when he's
Sorry for
alone,
you, Matt.
when he's alone and doesn't have anybody, he's going to be thinking back to this phone call and realize how he screwed up. Emma,
Oh, man.
Thank you very much.
you're welcome. Thanks for listening.
Thanks.
I know, honey. Love hurts sometimes. You'll be okay.
He's really making the biggest mistake of his life. I wish I could help him.
Well,
Yeah, I wish, hey, Emma, I wish I could help both you guys in lots of ways.
Well, you
But-
tried. Thank you.
Yeah, we did try. You have a good one. And Matt, thank you for your time, okay?
Thank you very much.
Be safe.
Very safe.
Hello.
Hi, may I speak to Austin, please?
Yeah, speaking.
Austin, how are you, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Brooke and what?
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a morning radio show.
Okay. I kind of don't listen to the radio, so I've never heard of you guys. Sorry, but
No, it's
okay.
like it's all good, man.
A lot of people-
I'm calling you today though because we actually got an email into our show about you.
what?
Yeah.
Weird, I know.
It's a segment we do on our show. It's called The Second Date. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up blowing them off, they can email us and we'll get that person on the phone and hopefully find out why they're not calling them back. And you recently met a woman named Olivia.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah?
okay. Wait a minute. She emailed you about me and her.
Yeah.
Yeah. and-
She told us about how you came over to work on her house because you do landscaping, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah, apparently you do more than that.
yeah, we
Full
heard,
service.
we heard you are hot.
Yeah.
look, but like, why would she call the radio show?
I don't know because she wants to see you again.
Yeah.
She said she really enjoyed your initial experience with her when you came over to work on her house, and then she said she liked hanging out with you at the bar, but you just disappeared, and she hasn't heard from you.
I mean, yeah, but I just don't get why she would want to make this business public.
She needs our
I don't think that she's ashamed by any of it.
Okay, no. That's not what I mean.
What do you mean?
I mean, I just don't know why she would want that out there. But all right.
Sounds like it was fun.
I mean, it was until we were at the bar later on, and we were shooting some pool, and I went to go get some another round of drinks, and this guy comes up to me. Never seen this guy before in my life.
Okay.
But he bows up on me, and he says, I know you slept with my wife.
Wait, what?
Wife?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. This guy says that he followed her to the bar from the house, saw her hanging out with me, knew that something had happened.
Whoa.
And, like, I was, like, I was questioning it. Like, is this guy messing with me? So I asked him some questions. I asked him a little bit about the house. He knew everything about the house. He knew everything about the lawn.
No.
And I...
Wow.
But that's
So
That is
you
really
think
weird.
Olivia is married?
Yeah.
so. Why would she call us? I now have the same questions that you do.
Yeah, why would she want this out there? What the?
And that's what I'm saying. I have no idea why she would want this out in public unless she, I don't know.
But there's got to be more to the story because she would have seen. I mean, if she is in fact married, I don't know for sure that I even believe that yet. If she is married, she would have seen her husband at the bar talking to you.
Thing is, the pool is in its own area in the bar, so it's like in another room. So she might not have actually seen him.
That would be
Oh, wow.
so weird for him to just approach you and not approach her. Like, what kind of self-control do you have to have?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he did, but he was basically just talking to me, and he threatened me. He basically said, you're not seeing her anymore. You're not talking to her.
What?
He basically said that I couldn't landscape at the place anymore.
Oh, damn. You lost a
So-
client, too.
After all that, I don't want to get in any more trouble with my job, so I took off. I was out.
Yeah, understandable.
Totally.
But why didn't you respond to her text messages like, hey, I'm not writing back because you have a husband?
I'm not getting in the middle of that. I didn't mean to get in the middle of it in the first place, but
Yeah.
after I met the guy, it's like, no, I'm not going to be texting with his wife.
I have a,
That
but
is
she can't
awful,
be.
Austin.
I feel like she can't be married
Yeah.
if she's willing to do a second date with us and everything else.
There's got to be more to the story.
I don't know.
I know who does know. It's Olivia, and she's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
We wanna talk to her
unless
now.
she's hung up.
What?
Olivia, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What are you doing?
I'm not married.
Really?
I don't know what you're talking about or who you're talking about.
Are you 100% sure?
Are you sure?
I mean, yeah, I'm not married. Why would I call them? If I were married, that would be stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty stupid unless you think you're getting away with it. I mean, your husband knows.
I don't have a husband. I'm not married.
Okay, wait, are you divorced? Do you have a crazy ex-boyfriend?
Have you hooked up with anyone else?
I don't know who this guy is.
But he knew everything about you.
In the house.
This dude is 5'10". He's got brown hair. He was wearing a plaid shirt. He's got a tattoo on the forearm.
Does it say Olivia?
Literally, you're describing every guy at the bar. I mean, that's I'm not married. I have no idea.
Well, I don't know. It just seemed legit to me.
Look, Austin, didn't we have a good time? I mean, that's what you should be thinking about. It was good, right?
That part of it, yeah, but your husband also saw that too.
What?
What?
He saw? He was watching.
What?
When he was talking to me at the bar, he said, "I saw what you did."
How could he
Whoa.
see?
Whoa.
Apparently, they got some sort of drop cam in the house, and he saw it.
Oh.
Olivia, are you
what?
married?
He set up a camera?
What do you mean he set up a camera? It sounds like you know something, Olivia.
Yeah, who's he?
No, I mean, that's not what I meant.
You are lying.
You're married.
You are lying.
No.
You are cheating on your
No.
husband.
I just meant, who's going to set up a camera in general? I mean, he set up a camera? Who does that? That's what I
Shame
Okay,
meant.
on
it sounds,
you.
Olivia, like you just slipped. That's what it
Yeah.
sounds like.
And how dare you put Austin in that position?
And us.
It's not what you think. It's complicated.
Oh, is
now
it? Okay,
you're
so now
rubbing
things are starting to come out a little bit because you misspoke there.
You cheater.
Olivia.
Oh, man.
Don't try to paint me as this bad person. You don't know me.
Okay, but we don't know you.
Yeah, but
because we thought you were like just single, living in a house, hooking up with the landscaper, and we find out that you have a husband.
You have no idea what my life is like, and it's complicated. There's more to the story.
Well, don't bring other people into your mess. Keep your mess to yourself if it's that complicated.
You know what? If you were in my shoes, you would have done the same thing.
Okay, so now you're admitting it. You have a husband.
No.
Get a divorce.
You just said you would have done the same thing, which means that you cheated on your husband with Austin.
No, that I slept with a hot guy is what I'm saying.
While married.
Yeah.
I'm not playing your stupid games anymore. This is over.
Oh my God.
Hello?
Wow.
Hey, Austin.
I am sorry,
Wow.
Austin. I
Yeah,
am sorry
so-
for doubting your story.
Sounds like she's sure married, and that dude you talked to was her husband.
Listen, like I'm usually all for that kind of stuff, but I don't.
Austin, don't say that.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Oh, that is crazy.
The thing is, Austin, you think about it, there's videotape of you out there now.
Oh, see, I just don't want to get in trouble with my job. That's the thing. And if my boss found out that I did that again, then he'd be totally upset.
Again, Austin.
Austin.
Yeah, man, I think you maybe have learned your lesson now.
Yeah.
Hello,
Hey, is Jamie there?
this is Amy.
Hey, Jamie, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. How are you?
I'm okay, and you're calling me because
I'm calling you because you recently went on a date with a listener of ours, and he liked you a lot, but you actually sent him a text saying that you don't want to ever talk to him again. He's an athlete. His name is Kevin. He plays for the Seattle Sounders.
I'm not really interested in talking about that. So
Whoa. Okay. But can I tell Kevin why you think he's an a-hole?
because he's a skeezy guy.
Well,
What do you mean by that?
I was talking to my roommate, and I told her, hey, I met this guy, Kevin. He plays for the Seattle Sounders. Right when I say that, my roommate says, I made out with a guy last week, Kevin, who plays on the Seattle Sounders.
no way.
Are you serious?
Dogs.
I'm dead serious. And that's what I said to her. I said, are you kidding me? I described what he looks like.
Yeah.
And she goes, yeah, that's Kevin.
So you guys both made out with the same guy that plays for the Sounders. That's crazy.
The way it is, how I see it, is that this guy will just make out with anybody, and he's
Yeah.
just a total player.
Well, Jamie, some professional athletes can be like that. I don't know Kevin that well. I'm friends with a couple of the Sounders. I don't know Kevin like that, though. But I do know that he liked you a lot, and he wanted to see you again, and he was kind of shocked when you sent him that text
No,
message.
I know that he wanted to get in my pants. I know that he wanted to get in my roommate's pants.
Okay.
First of all, I think it's disgusting. And second of all, it's embarrassing for me.
Jamie, but can I ask real quick? Because you said that they just made out. I mean, you're single, you're dating, you haven't made out with anybody else in the last month?
I mean, I don't know every single thing they did. I didn't even really want to hear it after that. I mean, I got enough of the gist that I know that this guy is a total creep and that I don't want anything to do with him.
So you feel like he lives up to the rumor of like how athletes just are players?
A dog.
Pretty much.
Absolutely. He didn't do anything to show me otherwise. I already told him myself. I already told him to leave me alone, and I'm not interested.
I know, but he didn't know the reason. That's why he wanted us to call you. But now that he knows the reason, I think we're all good then.
How would he know the reason? I just told him I wasn't interested.
Oh, that's because he's listening right now.
Hey, Jamie, how's it going?
Oh, my God. Seriously?
Here's the thing. I really like you, all right? And
Yeah, you apparently really liked my roommate, too. You apparently really like any girl who's available and looks half willing.
Whoa. Hang on. Don't you think you're going a little far with this? Like,
I'm probably not going far enough. I mean, you made out with my roommate. You made out with me in the span of like a week. Who knows how many girls you're making out and sleeping with?
Okay, well, hang on a second. First of all, I didn't sleep with your roommate, and I didn't sleep with you. Second of all, I didn't know you when I met your roommate. It's not like I went out with you and then I went out with her the next night, and I'm like, no, but I really like you, but I was making out with this other girl. I'm trying to put myself out there. I actually really like you.
What I think is that you're just one of those athletes who just thinks they're the and goes around like they're the king of everything. You can make out with anyone. You can play with whatever girl you want, play with their emotions, play with their heart. And I'm not interested. I don't need that in my life.
You don't even know me. I'm actually a really nice, really sincere, really honest guy.
Yeah, Jamie, you don't know anything about him. All you know is that he plays for the Sounders. He's a professional athlete, and he meets people all the time and probably has had dates before.
And he's really honest, like he said.
Yeah, right.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's all I know, but I just wish that, one, the whole situation wouldn't have happened, and that I guess that it would have just come out differently.
Yeah, and it's different, when you meet a guy like Kevin, who's a professional athlete. He's got girls throwing themselves at him, and maybe that's something you need to think about if you want to go out on another date with him. When you're in a high-profile job, women kind of do that. So,
I mean, like, if we were, like, in a committed relationship, I wouldn't want him making out with anybody else.
Right.
But, I mean, I guess that's...
And it sounds like Kevin, even with all this pressure from playing professional sports and having girls who like him, is interested in only dating you. That's what it sounds like to me. Am I right, Kevin?
Yeah, like, honestly, like, I thought you were cool, and I thought you were really cute, and I want to go out with you again, and, like, it doesn't matter, like, what I do or anything like that, like, not to me, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess I could maybe consider it then.
You could consider it.
Yeah.
What if he wasn't a professional athlete, Jamie? Could you consider it then?
That's a weird question. I don't know.
I mean,
why does that even matter?
Let's say that Kevin worked at Home Depot and not the Sounders.
Jubal, what is wrong with you?
Kevin, why are you getting so upset?
Yeah, dude. It's just a hypothetical.
Yeah.
Seriously. Like, I call you for help, and, like,
Wait. Do you work at Home Depot?
I never said that, Jamie. Never said it.
Wait, do you play for the Sounders?
Well,
No. Do you play for the Sounders?
No, but listen, no, not exactly. Like, yes, right now,
After all this talking, you're not even who you say you are?
Oh my God, would you hang on a second? Like, this is what I've been trying to tell you, okay? This is why I wanted to go out with you again, to be able to tell you the truth. And Jubal was supposed to, like, help me do that because I wanted to be with you.
I'm sorry, Jubal didn't perpetuate your lie, you crazy...
No, it's not like that, okay? It's not like that. My buddies dared me. Okay, I did go to, like, an open tryout for the Sounders, and I hope to go again, okay? So it's not like I don't play soccer. But it's like I wanted to be honest with you and just tell you the truth. I had so much pressure.
Oh my God, you are so full of it. Can someone get this guy away from me? Not interested.
Not interested.
Not interested in dating the Home Depot liars.
That's a good nickname.
I think you're reading into things. I just threw out a hypothetical, said, what if he works for Home Depot? That's all. That's all I said.
I'm sorry. So people who work at Home Depot are what?
Probably classier than you.
Amen.
What do you do for a living? What do you do for a living besides troll for professional athletes?
You are a crazy, crazy person.
Jamie, would you like a second date with Kevin? He'd love to see you again. I will pay for your second date.
We'll send you to a Sounders match.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I'm seriously asking, would you like to go out with Kevin again? I know he would love to see
And
you.
I'm seriously telling you, no way in hell.
All right.
You were all good until you found out that I wasn't a pro athlete.
Kevin,
So you know what?
I don't think so, Kevin.
no.
She sounded pretty upset the whole time.
Whatever. No, you know what? Seriously, you guys, like, I tried to be honest, and, like, why do you think guys lie? Like, why do you think guys lie? Because they get this, right?
No, dude, she never
try
had
to be open, and you try to be honest, and you get this.
Listen.
Because
You never
really,
tried to be honest.
Yeah.
What does Jamie want?
Kevin, I know you're fired
Jamie
up.
wants to fall over with her legs in the air for a pro athlete.
Kevin, I know
That is
I know you're fired up because you didn't get your second date, and I also know that I need to let you go and get off the phone. I want you to use that passion on the field today. Get to practice. All right, buddy?
Yeah, all right, go yourself, Jubal.
Hello?
Hi, is Austin there?
Yeah, this is Austin.
Hey, Austin, what's up? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, who's this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
I think you probably have the wrong number.
No, I don't think I do. I think I'm talking to the right guy.
No, I honestly, I don't know who you are. I think you've got the wrong number, probably.
No, I think I have the right number. I think I really need to speak with you about something.
All right. What does a radio show need to talk to me about?
Well, it's about a date that you recently went on with one of our listeners. Her name is Andrea, and she actually emailed us asking if we could get you on the phone.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Emailed a radio station trying to get me on the phone?
Yes, it's a segment we do on our show called the Second Date Update. Andrea is wondering why you haven't been returning any of her phone calls.
Wait, so she emailed you and asked you to call me to ask me why I didn't call her back?
Yes.
Like, this is something that you guys do for your listeners?
Yep, it is. It's kind of a public service for them. And it's a learning situation. You know, they get to hear what they did wrong on a date so they don't hopefully do it again.
And she really wanted you to call me?
Mm-hmm. Because she likes you. Should she know why you're not calling her back? Is it something that should be obvious to her?
I don't know. I don't think it would be obvious to her, to be honest with you, no.
Okay, well, she seemed nice when we talked to her about the date.
Oh, she's perfectly pleasant, and I think she's a nice girl.
Are you just not attracted to her or something?
Yeah.
She's very attractive. You know, there's just, again, there was just some weird things that happened on the date that just made me not feel like we really should hang out again.
Can I tell you what she thinks it is, and you tell me if I'm right or wrong?
Sure, if you want to go ahead, that's fine.
She thinks that you're not calling her back because she didn't know who Martin Scorsese is, and can't pronounce his name.
I mean, yeah, it was pretty wild. All right, maybe you don't know him, but you at least know some of his movies. You know, like Gangs of New York's pretty recent, or The Departed won an Oscar. You know, at least pronounce his name right after I teach you. Come on.
Yeah, it's usually pretty easy to say a name after you've heard it.
Oh,
when
give
we
her
talked
a
to
break,
her,
you guys.
when we talked to her, we tried to say it to her too. She still couldn't get it.
Yeah.
But she thinks that's why you're not calling her back.
But come on,
Is that the
can't
reason?
be a reason. She can't pronounce a
No,
name.
I mean, it was pretty strange, but it's not the reason.
Okay, can you tell us what the reason is then?
So, all right, so I take her to this restaurant, and it's a pretty nice restaurant. We get brought to our table, and the waitress pulls out the chair for her to sit down at the table, and she hops up on the chair, like feet on the chair, standing on the chair in the middle of the restaurant. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
Did you say she stood on the chair?
Yeah, like literally put her feet, stood 3 feet over everybody who was standing, stood on the chair, because she said that the view from up there was breathtaking, and she needed to take a picture for Instagram. So she sat on the chair and took a picture of, the restaurant room with, some windows in the background showing the view that we could see. On her, from standing on her, it was embarrassing. It was one of the most embarrassing things. This is an expensive restaurant we went to.
Maybe she's never been to a nice restaurant before, and she was just shocked to be there. And
I'd be embarrassed to be there with her standing on the chairs at a McDonald's.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I don't know. I was trying to help justify it for you somehow.
It's cute. She gets excited about beautiful things.
No, and I agree. If Andrea had only done it once, that would have been one thing. But this odd Instagram behavior just kept happening and happening. For example, we're leaving the restaurant, and she stops in the middle of us leaving. It's I really need to take a picture with this view in the background. So she literally basically throws me her phone and runs over to the window, and she gets into this weird yoga pose basically, where she's got her leg behind her head and she's grabbing it with the other side arm. And I basically am sitting on someone's table while they're eating, trying to take a picture of her for Instagram doing a yoga pose in a restaurant in front of these windows. Like I said, it was weird. I don't want to go on a date with someone and be their professional Instagram photographer.
Come on. You don't want to add that to your list of job duties that you can do? Special skills section on your resume. I'm a photographer.
Maybe if she was going to pay me for it, but the fact that I'm paying for dinner, I'm picking her up, we're going out on my dime, and I'm also her photographer for her pictures by herself. Give me a break. I don't need this in my life.
You know what else is kind of annoying?
What's that?
She's actually on the other line listening right now and wants to talk to you.
That's not funny at all.
Andrea, are you there?
I am.
Oh, my God. This was
Austin,
pretty shady, guys.
Really? Austin, you have a problem with the fact that I like taking photographs? I like taking pictures of my Instagram. I have a lot of fans on there. And I'm kind of known for doing poses. in different places.
I mean, that's fantastic news, but I mean, we were out on a date. I figured you could maybe focus on our date rather than your Instagram followers who you don't actually know. Like, if you're going to show some interest in someone, at least sit there and be a part of what's going on rather than thinking about, well, how can I best interact with these strangers on the internet? Like,
Yeah.
He has a really good point, Andrea.
People that follow me on Instagram, they like to know what I'm doing. And so, I share it and stuff, and they like it.
Andrea, at one point, you handed me your phone and took my phone so that I could take a picture of you looking at a phone in front of a brick wall.
Shut up. That is not true.
Did that
Did you
really happen?
do that?
It 100% happened. It made no sense. She was looking at my phone with me taking a picture of her phone so she could post herself looking at any phone in front of a brick wall on Instagram.
Andrea.
It was a great picture. It got like 400 likes.
I'll
That's
tell
pretty
you,
good.
It got one unlike from me. I did not like taking it.
Andrea, I don't think that's the point. Like, if he spent his entire time on his phone or maybe even doing his hobby while he was on a date with you, you would have found it incredibly rude.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we talked about a lot of different things. I mean, we had a whole discussion about movies and how much we both love movies.
You're going to bring up the movies again? You're going to bring up the movies?
I thought we had a nice conversation about movies, but I guess not.
It was fine. Again, the whole thing was just fine.
Andrea, you don't see how it could be a little bit annoying that you're taking pictures every 5 seconds and making him basically your hired photographer for the evening.
Instagram is the wave of the future, and if you're not on Instagram, then you're not a part of the future. So that really sucks for you.
Oh, God. I think you work for Instagram. This is ridiculous.
Oh, gosh.
Well, you know what, Austin, I would love to ask you this question. Would you like to go out with Andrea on a second date? We will pay for it.
Andrea, again, you're super sweet, and there's another Instagrammer out there for you. But that dude is not me.
Whatever. I get hit up by so many guys on my Instagram. I don't even need to go out on a date with you.
Oh, sweetheart.
All right.
No, it doesn't sound like you do.
No, I guess not. Andrea, thank you. I'm sorry it wasn't a successful second date update.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Before we let you go, though, do you need to take a picture of yourself on the phone doing a second date update?
I never thought of that. I should totally do that.
No, you should not do that.
Oh, sweetheart. Oh, my goodness.
Hello,
Hi, guys. Speak to Mark, please.
this is him.
Hey, Mark, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio program. Showgram on the radio in the morning on the radio show.
I don't really listen to the radio.
Yeah, don't blame you. Well, it's a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, and one of our listeners emailed us about you. That's why I'm calling you.
Somebody about me? Who is? I don't understand.
Good question. Yeah. I'm going to start with the who is first.
What, who,
okay?
when, where, why?
Hannah emailed us about you.
Hannah. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good moans or bad moans?
I don't know. Yeah, it sounded pleasurable, but
Okay, I don't understand what's going on here.
I can tell.
It's okay.
And I'm starting to not understand either, and I've done this like a million times. She emailed us because we do a segment on our show called The Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back, they can email us to get you on the phone and figure out what happened. And she says that you guys have been talking a lot. You met, you had a really cool first date, you made out, and you guys were talking a bunch and things were going great, and then all of a sudden it seems like you're not interested, so she wants to know why.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Does that laugh mean that she should already know why you're not calling her back?
I would think that she would. It's so weird. She was cool, and yeah, we made out at the end, so that was promising. But then, we're talking on the phone, and she's like, "Oh, just one little thing. I'm gonna send you something," and she sends me this 3-page document of a contract, like a dating contract.
3 pages?
Oh,
It's a lot.
Long.
3 full pages of rules and conditions.
Rules and
Yeah,
conditions?
she told us that she sent that to you. I didn't realize that it was 3 pages long, though. I thought it was something that just said, "Hey, my name's Hannah. Please don't hurt me. Sign on the dotted line."
Love you.
Yeah.
Oh, no. It was a whole list of things I had to do, like disclose crazy exes, asking if I had STDs. Hold on. I'm going to pull it up. It's still in my phone. Hold on.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, I want to know exactly what's in there.
While you pull it up, I feel like you should understand, like, from her side, she says that she was just trying to be honest and upfront with what her expectations for dating are, because she hasn't been in the past and it hasn't turned out well.
I get that. Everybody's been burned. Hold on. Look at this. Okay. STDs, disclose political beliefs.
Wow, that's tough.
Well, I mean, I guess that's okay if she doesn't want to date somebody who doesn't align with her politically, so you guys aren't arguing about that all the time.
Right away.
Well, and usually that just happens organically. Like, you figure that out. Well, that's the point of dating, right? Like, that's probably why you were upset.
Yeah. But then it gets into like more behavioral stuff, like you have to text or call once a day to check in.
Okay, now we're getting...
Yeah, I can see that would start to throw up some flags for me.
That just made me go, ooh.
We've got 2 hours notice if you want to cancel a date.
Oh my gosh,
Wow.
that's not a dentist appointment
Yeah.
or something. Like, come on.
Yeah, but you guys are always getting mad at women who, we can't tell what you want. You know what you want.
I mean, that is true. You got it there in writing. And if she ever tries to give you crap about something, you be like, no. I am completely within my contract. I canceled the date, but it was before 2 hours. I'm good. You can't get mad about this.
This clause
It could be nice, actually.
Honestly, if it was just those things, I would probably agree to it, but this list keeps going.
But there's worse things in it?
Here, how about this? When fighting, no silent treatment is allowed or any passive-aggressive behavior.
Oh,
That's
honey.
funny.
Dude, she's never going to
Yeah.
be in a relationship with expectations like this.
And then below that, there's an amendment saying all disagreements must be fully discussed, even if we agree to disagree.
Oh, it sounds good, actually, but tiring.
Yes.
A lot of long conversations, I would imagine.
Exhausted.
So, what line was it that really made you completely decide you weren't going to ever call her back again?
I can't choose one, but this one's definitely a bad one. Mandatory presents for Christmas, Valentine's, and all major anniversaries.
Well, duh.
Yeah, you should be doing that, but
Mandatory.
put that in writing.
God, poor thing.
Very detailed, though,
I
Mark.
mean, okay, you guys, it's a nuts thing that she did, really. But you liked her, and if she could, like, disregard this contract, would you still be interested in seeing her?
I don't know. Like, this thing...
I like how you guys are trying to pull any sort of positive out of it.
the
There
only
really
thing I
isn't
can
a way to do that.
I'm like, if there wasn't the huge giant red flag, you'd still like her.
Excuse me, guys, I don't really understand what the problem is. I'm just trying to protect myself. I don't really see this as like a bad thing.
What? Who's that?
Oh, Mark, I forgot to tell you. That's Hannah. She's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you. That should have been in the contract. Sorry about that.
Should have been in the...
Hi.
No.
Yeah.
No, Mark, I honestly, like, I feel like, having this communication was so important for, like, a relationship to, like, last. That way, we're on the same page and you know what I want. Like, what is wrong with you agreeing to those things? Like, are you hiding something? That's, like, stuff that normal boyfriend relationships do.
Look, like, everybody has been hurt by somebody before, but this is not the way to handle it.
Well, most of those people didn't sign a contract beforehand, and that's probably why, Mark.
No, but this is really excessive. Like, we've been on one date, and now I'm supposed to sign a contract that puts me on the hook for a bunch of presents and, like, phone calls every day.
I mean, at least I didn't put, like, the amount of the present that you had to buy me, like, the price.
Oh, see, that's nice.
But you had an amount in mind, didn't you?
I mean, I like nice things. What girl doesn't? But, like, what I'm saying is I'm not crazy. Like, I think I'm being pretty reasonable. I've been totally 100% upfront with you. I feel like in a relationship, you want to know those things. So you know what I would like in a relationship now.
Yeah, but this is like all expectations. It takes the romance out of it that I'm contractually obligated to do these things with you.
Right.
Well, look, if you were like an actual stand-up guy, it wouldn't feel like a contractual obligation. Those would be like normal things that you would want to do.
Yeah, they would be, but now this is so weird. Like, I don't want to have anything to do with it.
Yeah, it'd be weird if like President's Day is coming up. You're like, oh, where's that contract? I got to figure out if I need to get her a gift or something.
What happens if I break the contract? Like, you just bail?
That's a good question too. Yeah. What's the out on that contract, Hannah?
Well, I mean, it depends on what it is. Like, if you ghost me and don't talk to me for 4 or 5 days, then I might think about it because I want somebody who's going to be there and communicate with me and make me feel secure.
But you want someone to do that because they want to. You don't want them to do it because you made them. That's not a healthy relationship for you either. Like, this isn't a good way to start things.
I get what you're saying, but I really liked you. Like, we had a lot of fun, and you're charming, and you're smart, and honestly, Mark, like, that's why I gave this to you. Like, I've never done this before. I thought about taking this to the next level, so that's why I, wanted to be prepared.
Mark, what do you think? Would you like to go on a second date with her? We'll pay for it. And maybe she can take back the contract stuff and you guys can talk it out a bit more.
Yeah. Would you do that, though? Would you take back the contract?
I mean, maybe we can delay the signing until, like, the third date.
Oh gosh.
Mark, what do you think?
Just out of curiosity, yeah, I would definitely go on another date.
Really?
But, like, I'm never going to sign a contract.
Damn, okay.
Like, if you want these things, we can talk about it. Like, we can just talk about it and come to a verbal agreement.
Contract negotiations.
I know, this is exciting.
Cool.
Oh, you guys.
I feel like I'm at the table with like some pro athletes and an agent.
Hannah, seriously, that is a big deal that he said yes.
Yeah.
I think that he's a stand-up guy without the contract.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fine. We'll leave the contract for now.
Yay!
Okay.
I am happy we're going to go out again.
Awesome.
I do like you, but we got to talk about this last rule on the contract.
Which one?
If a breakup becomes necessary, it must be done face-to-face and not via text, phone, or FaceTime.
I'd rather have a text breakup.
Hello.
Hi, is this Kelly?
Yes, this is Kelly.
Hey, Kelly, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
Jubal
it's okay.
from Brooke and It's a radio show?
No, not really.
Not really?
It is a radio show, I promise you, Kelly.
That part you don't have to disagree with.
Sorry, guys, I really don't know what's going on.
All right. Well, I'll explain it to you. A guy that you went out on a date with emailed us and asked if we could call you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, weird.
His name is Brian.
Brian?
Yeah.
Really? British Brian?
Yeah.
You can't forget British Brian.
Why is he emailing you guys?
Because he told us that you guys went out on a date and he really liked you. And he's only in town a little while longer and he wanted to see you again, but you're not responding to any of his phone calls or text messages.
And he had to call the radio station?
Apparently his friends thought it would be a good idea to get a hold of us to see if we could find out why you won't call him back.
That's really weird. Why would anybody do that?
Well, actually, a lot of people do it. We have a segment on our show called the Second Date Update, and that's exactly what it is. Brian's friends told him that it might be a good idea to have us call you and find out what went wrong.
That's not weird at all.
You mind telling us what it is then?
I mean, he was nice. We had a really good date. I just decided I just don't really want to see him again.
Is it because he lives in England?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Okay,
I can
what's-
understand that. I mean, he said he comes to America a lot, but a long-distance relationship would be tough.
I mean, it's not so much the distance, but it's the other part about being from England.
What's the other
What
part?
other? Yeah, what other part?
The drinking.
What do you mean the drinking?
Like all the movies I've seen, all the English guys go to the pub after work and just slam beer after beer and get crazy drunk. And I'm not. No, that's not for me.
Wait, you're basing your opinion on someone based on movies you've seen?
It's not just movies. It's the TV shows. It's the news reports. It's like the whole English culture is pretty much how they do things.
Did he get drunk on your date?
No, he didn't get drunk on our date. He was probably just trying to be on his best behavior.
So you're telling me that you think that he gets hammered all the time, and that's why you don't want to call him back?
Absolutely. I know English guys. Like, I've seen everything. They go out to the bars after the pubs, and they get drunk with their guys, and they sing all the British songs, and they make up stuff, and I've seen it all.
You think that's kind of generalizing him being British a little bit?
No.
What are you saying? No, that's such a stereotype. That's like saying he should have bad teeth. Does he have bad teeth?
No, he doesn't have bad teeth, but I've seen English culture. I know.
Have you been to England? Have you ever visited England?
No, but I've seen plenty of TV shows.
All right, so you're convinced that if you were to date this dude, he would just be getting drunk all the time.
Okay, you guys keep asking me the same question. I'm telling you, for me, that's not going to work for me. That's not my lifestyle. I don't want a guy that's going out to the pub every single day with his guys, getting drunk, arrested, phone calls from the police. That's not me. I'm not doing it.
Jumped. Well, phone calls from the police. He's getting arrested and getting drunk. Like, did he seem like he was that type of dude on your date?
He didn't seem that way, but I mean, he is English.
Did you ever, like, I don't know, ask him if that's what he does every night?
I didn't ask. I don't have to ask. I already know. I don't have to ask.
All right, well, I'd like to ask him.
Well, go ahead. I don't care. Ask him.
Okay, well, I'll ask him right now because, Kelly, he's actually on the other line listening to this phone call and wants to talk to you.
What do you mean he's on the phone?
I mean, he's listening in and wants to talk to you. Brian, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, good. You haven't gone to the pub yet. Nice.
No, not yet.
Oh, my gosh.
Hello, Kelly.
That was the best hello we've ever had.
What is this? Where have you learned these mythical things about English boys? What is going through that head of yours?
I know English culture, Brian. I've seen all the movies. I've seen everything. You guys like soccer. After every soccer game, it's a brawl. It's always fighting. Like, I don't want that kind of lifestyle. I'm sorry. Like, I just don't want to.
Have you ever been to a football match?
I've been to American football games. I know there's not like a ton and gang of people fighting after the game.
We don't have fights after the games. There's only the louts and the hooligans and stuff, and it's only like every so often. It's not like every game, is it? No, I don't even drink. I have a beer like once in a while. I don't even drink that much.
Whoa!
Oh, so just one beer. So one beer for breakfast, one beer for lunch, one beer in the evening, one beer for a nightcap.
I don't know. I don't know who you've been, what movies you've been watching, and what English blokes have been portrayed like this. But it's not me. It's not me, love.
Brian, you were really a good guy. I appreciate you staying sober on a date for me. It was really nice, but I don't want you to change who you are for me at all.
You don't know who I am.
Just be who you are.
Listen, I don't. Where are you getting all of this from? This is infuriating. I mean, that's like me saying that that all Americans like to get out there on their horses and hunt them some pigs and eat them some cheeseburgers. No, it's not all the same, is it? I mean,
well, I do have to say, a lot of us Americans like getting on our horses and hunting pigs and eating burgers. So you might have got it right there, Brian.
Well, howdy.
This is getting really ridiculous. Are we done here?
No, Kelly, we're not done yet. I do have a question for you. Would you like to go on a second date with Brian? We will pay for it. One more date before he leaves to go back to London.
It's just a culture of thinking. I don't really think I fit in with his ways.
Oh my God, Kelly, you are missing out on a good guy because of your ignorant stereotype that you have. You have to drop it.
I don't think my stereotypes are ignorant or stupid at all. Like, what do you know about my stereotypes? That's why they're my stereotypes. That's how I feel, and I don't want to go out with him.
All right.
So that's my prerogative.
Whoa!
I'm not that guy, Kelly. Give me a chance at least to prove to you that I'm not the, football shorts hooligan that goes out and sings all the loud songs and smashes windows and cuts people from cheek to cheek. Like, I'm not one of those, I'm not one of those guys. I'm not.
See, that's what I'm talking about. I didn't even know you did all that. So that right there scares me.
Oh my God.
He wasn't admitting to doing it. He was saying
Kelly.
he doesn't do those things.
You're killing me.
Kelly,
Yeah.
I'm sorry to, just pop this phone call on you, and thank you for being honest with us at least.
I appreciate it, guys, but I really don't want to talk to him anymore.
Okay, that's fine.
Wow.
Have a good one, Kelly.
Goodbye.
All right, see ya.
Oh man!
Hey, Brian.
Wow.
Yeah.
Welcome to America, buddy.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi, is this Elizabeth?
It is.
Hey, Elizabeth, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Hi.
Hi. Have you ever heard of it before?
Yeah.
The radio, I mean, not the show, just radio in general. Have you heard a second date update before?
I have heard a few, but only a few, like not all the time.
Oh, cool. Well, you're about to be in one.
Seriously?
Yeah, we got an email from somebody about you.
Oh boy. Okay.
His name is Mark, and you might have a brochure from him laying around your house right now.
Oh boy. Yeah, I do.
Oh my God. That's the weirdest thing.
I mean, I meet a lot of people on dating apps, and like some people are just special.
Okay.
And like different, and so yeah.
Yeah, we talked to Mark, and he said that he's really upset that you're not calling him back. He did tell us how he showed up to your date with a brochure that was all about him.
Yeah, what'd you think about the brochure?
I thought it was very thoughtful, but also very strange.
Okay,
A little bit of both. Sure. You didn't like what you saw?
There's a whole lot of information in there. I mean, like, I know that he likes to play soccer in the fall and then, like, board games in the winter.
Fun.
His GPA's on there for some reason. I don't even remember what it is. But
GPA. Oh, my God. It's like you almost got, like, a resume, essentially, for your date.
It was like an audition, yeah, almost.
Okay. I mean, did you find some humor in it?
I mean, like, I thought it was funny. I don't know if it was intentional or not to be funny, but it was funny. I mean, it was clever.
Were you able to move past it and have a good time with him?
I mean, we had good conversation after that, but there was a part where the conversation started to peter out. And so he got uncomfortable, I got uncomfortable, and so then he just grabs the pamphlet and he said, okay, so, let's play a game. I'm going to test you on, like, how much you know about me.
What? Like a pop quiz?
No.
Yeah, and I have test anxiety anyhow, but this is like ridiculous.
Test anxiety.
He's testing you on the brochure that he took that's about himself.
Yeah, it was like a half hour.
Oh,
No,
wow.
wait, it wasn't a joke?
It was not a joke. He told me it was going to be a lot of fun, and so I said, I don't really know. But then he actually just sat there and tested me. It's like, what was my GPA in high school? I'm like, I don't remember. Like, how tall am I? I don't know, man.
What was going through your head?
It's a lot of pressure. Like, I think he expected me just to absorb everything about him, and I didn't. And then the conversation became like all about him, really, because he's asking all these questions about himself.
That's funny because there is a specific reason that he does that brochure thing.
Yeah.
Why does he do it?
Well, I don't want to tell you. I'll just let him tell you because he's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Oh, right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, Elizabeth, how you doing?
Hi.
So you didn't like the brochure. That's what I'm getting out of this.
No. That's...
I'm sorry, Mark. I didn't know that you were going to be on the phone, so this is kind of like awkward for me right now.
Right. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I made this brochure because my friends told me I just kind of talk about myself too much, and I just wanted the focus to be on you, you know?
Okay.
I hope
but
you
when you
understand.
grab the pamphlet and test me on it, that's not getting to know me.
Yeah.
And you didn't pass on the test.
What?
And that, I am totally, yeah, who would?
But but that's okay. I mean, you probably had time to review it now, though, right? I mean,
Mark, are you even listening to what she's saying? You didn't even hear her.
I don't know what to say. I mean, so you didn't like the brochure. Is that what it was?
Okay. I think you all can understand this is what I went through the whole day.
Again, you said you made the brochure so that you could listen more to her, but you're not listening to her. You're not asking her any questions about how she feels.
No, that's totally not true. Like, I asked her how she felt about the brochure, and I mean, I even asked her if she thought I changed the cover of it.
Okay.
At one point.
But you're still talking about you, sort of, Mark, when you're talking about your brochure.
I mean, not really. Like, I'm asking her opinion. I want to get to know her thoughts about,
About you. About you and your brochure.
I mean, just in this circumstance, but, I do want to hear what she thinks.
Mark, just to let you know for future reference, if you still want to carry around these pamphlets and you feel like testing your date, like, don't, go, when they get a wrong answer. It's a lot of pressure. It's not like a game show.
Bring your own buzzer with you so you don't do it with your mouth. Like, bring an actual buzzer with you.
You buzzed her? How could you buzz her?
Well, she got, everyone wrong. What do you want me to say?
And to be fair, I did give you extra time, so.
That is awfully nice of you, but I just have a hard time absorbing facts that I don't really care about.
Oh. All right. Well,
that's not meant to be mean. Really, it's not. I just don't care about your GPA, honestly.
Yeah, right?
Mark, I think you are better off dating yourself at this rate.
Well, I mean, I've read the brochure already. I don't need it. You know, it's not
Oh,
for
my
me.
goodness.
You've lived the brochure, Mark. Elizabeth, would you like to go on a second date with Mark? We will pay for it.
I don't think that's a. Well, I mean, you answer.
You're very interesting and fun, but I just don't think that I'm as fun and interesting as you. So I'm going to say no.
That was the kindest letdown you could have gotten, Mark.
Very well said.
So I guess that's a no.
Yeah, I think so, Mark. Were you even paying attention?
I understand she said no, but I just can't help but think that, my friend thought of this brochure idea. I mean, I kind of liked it, but it kind of feels like it backfired on me. I mean, do you think I should still be doing the brochure?
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely. I want to do more second date updates with you just to see how it goes.
All right. Well, if you guys think it's a good idea, I'll keep doing it.
Yep. Everybody is in agreement. Great idea. Keep it up, Mark. Good luck, man.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Marcus, please?
This is Marcus.
Hey, Marcus. How you doing? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
This is who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Is there something I could do for you?
Yes, there is, actually. I'm calling you because we recently got an email from somebody that you went on a date with. Her name is Amy, and she's a listener to our show. And she told us about an evening that you guys shared together, but now she's not getting a call back from you. So she wanted me to call and see if I could find out if she did something wrong.
Who are you talking about?
Amy?
Whoa.
You apparently met her at a movie theater and then went back to your place and messed around?
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
It's ringing a bell.
So you remember Amy. We talked to her about, your the time that you hung out. I guess I can't really call it a date because it's kind of, you guys met and then went hang out and had drinks. But she's wondering why you're not calling her back because she's also told us that she tried to text you 2 or 3 times and you haven't responded.
I don't know about it, Amy, just,
Are you just not interested?
yeah, I don't know if it's my thing. I'm a pretty busy dude,
Okay. So there's no specific reason.
Well, when I met her, she seemed pretty cool and pretty open to whatever, and we went out and had a good time, and I thought she was DTW, and she just wasn't.
I think maybe some people need an explanation on that.
DTW?
I don't know what the W is.
Yeah, I know.
though.
I know DTF. I don't know DTW.
It's down to whatever,
Oh, okay. All right. So, okay, are you not calling her back because she didn't sleep with you that night?
Things were getting hot, and we were trying some things, and I pulled out some syrup just to play around, and I don't know if she got weird about it or what, but she didn't want to do it. And
Wait,
so
what do you mean? What do you mean syrup? like pancake syrup?
You guys never used syrup before? Syrup, just regular syrup, like you put on pancakes and stuff.
It's not one of my signature moves, Marcus.
Yeah, well, you should try it.
Did she say just no?
She kind of just everything kind of stopped. Then you could tell she wasn't into it, and I'm definitely not the type of guy to force syrup on somebody.
Yeah, you're not just gonna dump syrup all over her head.
Oh my God.
That's good. I think that's a good way to be, Marcus.
Yes.
Most people just don't want syrup dumped all over their body unless they're a willing participant. So you think that she's just not a good time?
I just think maybe she's a little closed-minded or whatever, or she just hasn't experienced much life or something. Or
Did you at least give her a warning before you went to the kitchen and got the syrup?
well, yeah, I got up, left, I came back with syrup, and I started to undo the top, and it's pretty obvious what's going to go down after that.
Yeah.
And you could tell she was just getting real awkward about it, and she wasn't kissing me anymore or anything. So I was like, whatever. Okay, I'm just gonna put syrup away.
So you think she's closed-minded and kind of prudish because she wouldn't let you pour syrup on her body the first time you hung out?
Yeah, she's just she's just conservative. That's it's not for me. I like experimenting and doing different stuff. It's just my thing, and it's not everybody's thing. So
Yeah, but it's different if you so have a conversation maybe leading up to it, like, hey, you want to try something, and then you go into it. Like, the surprise syrup is a little much, I think, for anybody to handle.
Well, let me put it this way. I've been with girls that are into syrup before, and you just know.
You can tell a girl that's into syrup from a mile away. Hey, Marcus.
She's from Canada?
Oh, my God.
Marcus, let me ask you this. If she was down to have syrup poured on her body, which is apparently your thing, would you be willing to go out with her again?
Like, would I hang out with her again?
Yeah.
Maybe. Like, I don't know. I don't want it to be all about the syrup. Oh, now she wants syrup on her, and so now I'm cool with it.
Well, I think
syrup expectations.
I think it would be good for us to find out from Amy.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm going to call her back, you know?
You don't have to, because she's actually on the phone listening.
She's on the phone right now?
Yep.
Hey, Marcus.
What up?
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't know. I didn't know you were on. I'm sorry.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm really shocked. It's not that I'm a prude or anything, but I didn't even want to go all the way. I kind of
using syrup isn't going all the way, but like I just don't want to have to worry about like, hey, is this okay? And then is that okay? And then like I just kind of want to go with the feel, and wherever if the experience takes us, we just go with it, you know?
Yeah, totally. I'm like that too, but it kind of threw me for a loop since we first met, like I don't even know where you went to high school, or
Yeah, usually you want to find out where someone went to high school, and then you bring the syrup into the mix.
Yeah, I don't really know you that well. It's not that I'm closed off to experiences, but I want to be comfortable with the person I'm with.
Yeah, but all I did was pull out a little bit of syrup, and you seem to get like real closed off real quick. And how else do you want me to read that? Like, okay, you're just not into this stuff. She's not into syrup. Got it. Moving on.
I'm open-minded. I'm not conservative.
Well,
I've done marshmallow fluff. Hello.
Wow.
I told you.
Finding out a lot about you two.
Freaky.
I don't know. I thought you were cool, Amy. Like, you're cool.
I am cool. I am totally cool. If you get to know me maybe a little more, then we can bring out the syrup.
Oh my God, that's the line of the day.
Marcus, would you like to go out with Amy again? I will pay for a second date for you guys. I'm not paying for your syrup. You buy your own syrup for this date.
Don't worry. I always have some in stock, believe me.
Yeah, it sounds to me like you probably do. Would you like to go out with Amy again? We'll pay for a second date.
You'll pay for it. I'm down. I'm down to hang out again, Amy.
All right.
Awesome. We're going to have a really good time.
Yeah. I bet you guys are.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Ben, please?
Yeah, this is Ben.
Hello, Ben.
Hi.
How are ye today?
I'm doing okay.
Ye is Spanish for you.
Huh?
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, sorry, I should have introduced myself. This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm calling you today because one of our listeners actually emailed us asking if we get in touch with you.
I don't really know why that's happening, but okay.
That's what we're
We
here for.
Do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. That's where if somebody goes out on a date and then the person doesn't call them back after, they can email us to get that person on the phone and ask what happened. So you went on a date recently with a girl named Tara.
Yeah, I did. She wants you to call me?
Yeah, because she's been trying to get a hold of you, but you haven't answered any of her texts or phone calls or anything. And
I mean, she's a bit of a weirdo. That kind of makes sense.
What?
She's a weirdo?
Weirdo. She seems really.
A little bit, yeah.
Wait, a weirdo that you made out with?
What? No. Weirdo that I absolutely did not make out with.
Well, she told us that you did make out.
That you kissed her?
You ashamed?
I don't know where that idea came from.
Wait, did you go to a concert with her?
I did go to a concert with her. Yeah, that's true. But there was no making out at this concert.
Okay, well,
Really?
her story doesn't really match yours then, other than the concert thing.
Okay, so she's telling you that I made out with her?
Yeah, she says that you went to a concert, you guys made out, and then shortly after that, you went to the bathroom and disappeared.
Okay, no.
Wait, no on what? I mean, you already said no on the kissing. Did you ditch her, though? Did you go to the bathroom and ditch her?
I didn't go to the bathroom. I guess, strictly speaking, I ditched her because she was hardly paying attention to me, and I just left.
Okay, so you did ditch her.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, strictly speaking, I did ditch her.
Okay, wait, hold on. Go over the night. I want to hear what happened in your words.
Okay, like you said, she got in touch with me, invited me out to the show, and, she was, like, in full-on party mode when we got there. Like, she was looking around all the time. Like, she was fascinated by, like, the lighting at the venue and was paying more attention to that than to me.
Well, in her defense, did they have good lighting? Because I'm a big fan of lighting.
I mean, it was cool, but it was like a moth to a flame, man. It was just the intensity of the focus was just.
But you're at a concert. Like, what do you expect her to do? Just talk to you the whole time? I mean, you're supposed to listen to the show and pay attention to the show.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we got there a little bit early, and when I would try to talk to her, she would be kind of staring off over my shoulder at something, and she'd be like, yeah. Like, she would just say, yeah, and then go off on this whole other tangent.
Okay.
Really?
Was she on drugs?
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of hope so. Otherwise, she's in for a really weird life.
Okay.
Once the show started, we were dancing. I've never seen dancing like this. She's just, like, flailing all over the place and hopping up and down and left and right. Like, I've seen enthusiastic dancing, and this was, like, verging on manic dancing.
Okay, she's a manic dancer.
And then we got separated in the crowd, and I tried to re-find her. I looked for a minute or two, but then I realized, like, I'm just going to be putting myself back into this really weird situation, so I decided to leave.
Okay.
I want to know where the makeout comes from, though, because she told us that you guys made out. You lost each other for a few minutes and then found each other again and made out, and then you said you had to go to the bathroom and left.
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, there was no making out between...
You're a liar. You are so a liar.
Terry, you were supposed to wait.
I'm sorry, but you are a liar. We totally made out.
Okay. Hey,
I don't know.
Ben, that's Tara, if you can't tell already. She was on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so what's the deal? Why are you lying? We totally made out, and then you ditched me.
I don't know what to tell you, Tara. We didn't make out. After we got separated, I never saw you again. I left.
No.
And
we totally found each other, and then we were, like, grinding up on each other, and then the making out happened.
What?
Don't you remember? You pulled me in. It was, like, a little sloppy. You nibbled my ear a little bit, and then it was, like, a lot sloppy. It wasn't the best kiss ever, but, I mean, you know what? I wasn't going to hold it against you until now, because you're lying.
Well, yeah, I don't really have a response to that.
Are you lying, Ben? Did you make out with her and you just don't want to say that you made out with her and ditched her?
No, I'm not lying. I didn't make out with her. I'm becoming increasingly glad that I didn't make out with her.
Oh my gosh. Tara, how were you sober? I mean, how sober were you, Tara, when this happened?
I mean, I wasn't, like, exactly sober-ish. Totally. I mean, I was really excited about this concert, so I may have, like, done a little something to make it more fun.
I guess it worked because you were having plenty of fun.
Tara, were you, like, doing something else besides alcohol?
Yes, I was.
Oh.
To be totally honest.
Just wanted to make sure we were all clear on that. I mean, I think we all thought it, but...
Yeah, I mean, my friend and I had this whole plan, and it was ruined when she bailed, so I figured I would still go through with my half of the plan, just with, like, Bumble Dude.
But don't you think it's weird? Like, it's kind of weird to, like, go out and do that on your own when the other person you're with isn't in the same state of mind.
I'm not going to say I totally thought it through, no, but I regret very little. I had a blast.
Okay.
Do you see, like, the possibility, at least, that when we got separated and then you found me again, that it wasn't actually me that you found?
I mean, maybe.
Tara!
But I swear he looked like you. You were wearing a blue shirt, right?
It was more of a green, but no.
right.
You were wearing a shirt.
Wait, hold up. Does that mean, Tara, that you think that there's a possibility you made out with some random dude thinking it was Ben?
I kind of, maybe it's possible. I was having a fun night.
Hey.
It sounds like you were.
Okay, well, this is definitely making a little more sense.
Okay.
I get it.
Well, Ben, would you like to go out on a second date with Tara now that she's, not high?
It's really fun.
I think fun is subjective. I was not having all that much fun.
Wait a minute, Ben. Hold on. So, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry that I thought I made out with you, but it was another guy. And, it got out of control, but we could definitely still, have fun. I'm not always that, out there and, high.
I don't know, Tara. It was really strange. I don't know what to make of it, really.
Maybe next time we could do something a little more chill, like coffee.
Yeah, what do you think, Ben? Pop a Molly and go to Starbucks.
If that's just a little bit out of control, I don't want to be around for the day when things get a lot out of control.
Yeah. All right. That is a good thought. You're planning for your future, Ben.
Hey, man, you are totally missing out. I'm a blast.
Okay.
Well, you're lost.
Tara, I'm sorry you didn't get a second date. And Ben, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, definitely. This was interesting.
Yeah, and I bet the random dude that she made out with wants to thank you too.
Yeah, seriously, who was that guy?
Tara, if you ever find him, call back. We'll do a second date update or Awkward Tuesday or something like that, okay?
Hello,
Hi, may I speak to Annie, please?
this is Annie.
Hi, Annie. I'm calling from the website BuzzFeed. You may have heard of us. You have a viral video that recently got 1 million hits. Are you aware of that?
No.
Okay, good, because that didn't actually happen. How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
The radio station?
Yes, I am the radio station.
What, why are you calling?
I'm calling because one of our listeners sent us an email about you.
Really?
Mm-hmm. His name is Rob, and you recently went out on a YouTube date with him.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rob.
She remembers Rob.
We talked to Rob, and he told us that it seemed like you had fun trying to film a viral video on your YouTube date, which I told him was a weird idea, by the way. But it says he said it seemed like you enjoyed it. You didn't enjoy it?
No, it was terrible. He was like a huge pervert the entire time I was there.
Whoa.
You think Rob's a pervert?
He is a pervert.
Okay, when we talked to him, he didn't sound like a pervert to me.
Yeah.
He said you came over, he had a note on the door that said, "You're about to experience a really cool date," and then he answered it, and you guys sat there and tried to shoot a viral video and didn't really get anything good done, but it didn't sound perverted to me.
Wow. Well, he left out a lot of stuff then.
Really?
Really?
Do you want to tell us what he left out?
Yeah, I would love to, just so that no other woman will ever go out with Rob ever again.
It was that bad?
Honestly, it sounded like a really fun idea, and I was super into the idea of making a video. It sounded creative and fun.
Right.
But all of these suggestions for the videos he had were so weird and sexual.
Really?
That it was just this guy is a total pervert.
Weird and sexual, because he told us that the video that you guys actually filmed was you two holding couch cushions like a mouth singing the song from Frozen.
Oh, yeah, but that was after all of his suggestions, which were, at one point he was like, oh, we should do this thing called Spank Wars. And I was like, what is that?
Spank Wars?
And he says it's a competition where we spank each other until someone gives up.
Was he joking, though? I mean, come on, that's got to be a joke.
That's kind of slim.
I thought it was a joke. I was like, he has to be joking.
Right.
But then he had another thing right after that, which was let's try butter wrestling. And I was like, what the hell? And he was like, I saw it on Honey Boo Boo, and it was really funny.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, that doesn't sound really funny.
What is butter wrestling?
You just grease yourself up with butter from the kitchen, and then you wrestle each other.
So he invited you over, had a camera set up, and was like, "Hey, let's spank each other a lot." And then, oh, that's not a good idea. Let's get all buttery and wrestle.
Yeah. He
Okay.
was like, it'll go viral. We'll get at least like 5,000 views. And I was like, I don't think that I want to do that. So I suggested we'll do like the Frozen video, the Let It Go video with the couch cushions.
Right.
And that was fine. And then he said he has to go to the bathroom. So he leaves. And then I get up to like just check out what he's recorded on the video camera. And it was just close-up shots of my boobs.
Nuh-uh.
There were no couch cushions. It was just like tight shots of my boobs.
Really?
Oh,
So he was.
Yes.
So he is a pervert.
He's a pervert.
Why didn't you say anything to him then? Why didn't you go, "Hey, I know what you're doing. You're just filming my boobs."
I would think I was in shock a little bit. Like, I couldn't believe that this was happening to me.
I do not. I would never go on Tinder again if I had a date like that.
Yeah, it was pretty traumatizing. I mean, I never want to see him again.
So basically, you want to now do a PSA to any girl that's on Tinder. If a guy named Rob asks you to come over and shoot some YouTube videos, don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it.
Why don't you tell Rob yourself? Because he's actually on the phone listening.
What?
Yeah, Annie. Hey,
are you serious?
Hold on. Give me. Yeah, it's me. How am I perverted?
How are you perverted? Did you not hear just like what I said? You're a disgusting pervert who filmed my boobs and suggested that we play Spank Wars. Like, you understand
all right. So how do you get sexual from suggesting Spank Wars?
How do you not?
Come on, man.
Are you a moron? Like, what is wrong with you? I don't know. Like, what is more creepy, that you're just a total pervert, or the fact that you're just like not aware of what a pervert you are? How many girls have you done this to?
Listen, we were sitting in silence for so long. What the hell was I supposed to do? I just started coming up with these ideas. And with the
I
whole
don't know.
butter
Maybe
wrestling,
make normal conversation like a normal human being.
Instead of going, "Spanks, butter."
Yeah, instead of like asking on a first date to grease up in your underwear with butter.
Okay, so in my defense, the whole shooting with the boobs and stuff, you have a nice rack, and I'm not going to lie.
Oh my god,
It's not making it.
you are disgusting.
I wanted to sort of remember that just because.
I wanted to sort of remember that.
Rob, that is the grossest thing anyone's ever said on second date updates.
You had a nice rack, and I sort of want to remember that. Wow, Rob.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There is everything wrong with that.
Rob, I've been out on a lot of dates with women who I thought had fabulous racks, and you know what I did? I took a mental picture to remember it. I didn't actually bust out a video camera and tape them.
You're even like a bigger pervert than I realized.
Well, in my defense, you're kind of misleading just because the way that we were talking on Tinder, it didn't seem like you would have been defensive for,
Yeah,
for
well, that was
what happened.
I knew that you were a huge creep.
Okay, wait, Rob, you're saying that she shouldn't have been defensive about you videotaping her boobs in secret and then keeping that video for your own personal use.
Well, obviously she wasn't supposed to find out and know this information.
Yeah, Annie, it's your fault that you found out.
What is happening?
I think I'm gonna do a second date update first here. Rob, no offense, actually kind of a little bit of offense. I'm not sending Annie out on another date with a guy who's gonna secretly tape her boobs.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
All right.
Whatever.
Whatever. Like, we seriously need like a PSA out there about this dude.
I think this is it.
Hey, Annie.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time. I will say this: I'm not going to send you out with a pervert again. I won't.
Thank you.
But I would like to play Spank Wars still. Are you up for it?
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Danielle?
this is Danielle.
Hey, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning on Moving 92.5.
Okay.
What's going on?
Nothing. Why are you calling me?
I'm calling you because you recently went out on a date with a friend of mine. He's a real funny guy. His name is Thomas, and you kind of been blowing him off. We're wondering why.
Oh.
I'll explain a little more. Okay, so it's a segment we do on our show called the Second Date Update. Thomas is wondering if he did something wrong on your date. Is there a specific reason that you don't want to see him again, or that you haven't been answering his emails or texts?
This is kind of awkward. Oh my gosh.
Was it fun?
It was okay. It wasn't exactly what I was expecting.
Can I ask you this question? What was your first reaction when he showed up and sprayed you with silly string right away?
Yeah.
Oh, so he told you?
Yeah, he did.
He actually said that you weren't fazed by it and thought it was funny.
Well, I was a little surprised. Yeah, and I mean, here I was going out on this date, and I, spent an hour getting ready, and then he silly stringed me in the face. So, yeah, I just put on my big girl face and tried to move on.
You didn't enjoy it as much as he thought you did, because he said you were a good sport about it, you thought it was really funny, then you went out on your date and continued to just have the best time with lots of laughs and entertainment by Thomas.
Really?
Yeah.
It wasn't a fabulous date. It wasn't the worst date I've ever had, but he was nice looking. He wasn't rude. I mean, has a very odd sense of humor, but
All right. Well, all that stuff that you said right there would be like, why not give him another shot?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just kind of worried about what he does. I mean, I just don't think that we could, I don't know, have a future.
You mean what he does for a living? You don't like his job?
Uh-oh.
Well, he had a pretty good job. He told me that he used to be a bank teller, but he had just quit his job to become a full-time phenomenon.
Full-time what?
What?
Exactly. A full-time phenomenon.
Hey, I don't know how one gets a job as a full-time phenomenon. It sounds great.
Yeah. I'm really relieved to hear you guys say that because I thought I was losing my mind. I had no idea what he was talking about. So I asked him.
Oh, okay.
And what did he say a full-time phenomenon does?
Well, he told me that he was dedicating all of his time, except for the time he was spending on this date, to becoming the next YouTube sensation.
That makes sense to me.
It pays well if you can succeed at it.
I've never heard of a professional YouTuber.
So you don't see a big future in that, huh?
No, I was slightly worried that there had been a hidden camera on us the whole time. Like, is this his sensation that he does these joke things to girls on first dates?
You were totally good with it when we were hanging out that day on the date.
That's Thomas, Danielle. He was actually been on the other line listening this whole time. Or should I call him the phenomenon?
You're kidding, right?
What is wrong with me pursuing my passion to be what I think I am supposed to be?
I don't. You know what? Honestly, I don't have a problem with it. I've just never heard anybody refer to themselves as wanting to become a phenomenon. If you want to make money at doing YouTube videos, I'm perfectly fine with that. If you can do it, I mean, what kind of stuff does Thomas offer up to the internet?
It's kind of hard to describe exactly what it is that I do, but I can tell you this: all of the sound effects in my videos, I do myself. I do them with my mouth.
All right.
Awesome.
That's,
okay.
Could be cool. I don't know. I still don't really know what you do, but
it is cool.
It's always good when you can't describe it.
See, you see what I mean? I'm not the only one. People just don't understand exactly what it is that you do. It's sort of like in this gray area. I mean, I am supportive. I think that dreams are important, but I just don't quite understand if you can put your dream on a resume, or I just don't really know what you're going for.
I'm going for awesome.
I think that's what we're all going for, Thomas.
It's a lofty goal,
Just
sir.
going for awesome.
And yeah,
there's no one out there like me.
I don't doubt that. I think that you are unique and wonderful, but can't you be wonderful like at a regular money-earning job while you do your other great stuff on the side?
That brings me to my question. Thomas, how much does a phenomenon get paid? Like, what are you pulling down as a phenomenon?
Phenomenon does not discuss his income.
Danielle, is there any way that you could look past his passion of YouTubing and try to go out with him again?
I don't know. I mean, look, it sounds like it's really a big passion of his and something he really, really wants to do, and I'm all for that. I'm so supportive. But it's like he said, he wants to spend 24/7 doing this. I don't want to be the next YouTube sensation, so I don't really know how I would fit into his 24/7 plan if that's what he's doing all the time. So maybe I'm just not the right person for him.
Well, perfect. At this point, I'd like to ask you if you'll go out on a second date with him then, because I will pay for it if you'll go out with Thomas one more time.
I'll leave the can of silly string at home, I promise.
I just don't think that, I can go home and say, Mom, meet my boyfriend. He's a phenomenon.
Well, Thomas, you did not get your second date.
I guess it's going to have to be all good.
You know what, though? Hey, Thomas, this can still be a win for you. Danielle?
Yeah?
Will you subscribe to Thomas's YouTube channel?
Absolutely. I would 100% subscribe to his YouTube.
There you go, Thomas. Yeah. We got you a YouTube subscriber.
Awesome.